Now I'm going to teach you how to draw a 3D city. So the first thing you need to do is to put a dot towards the center of your paper. This is your vanishing point. All of the lines that we draw are going to go to this dot. So in our cities we need at least 6 buildings. So we're going to draw the top of the building as if we are a bird looking down on it. So I'm going to start by just drawing mostly rectangles. I'm going to make sure that the top of my ruler is level with the edge of my paper so that all of my lines will be perpendicular and parallel, which will make for very nice buildings. If you would like to make buildings that are other shapes, you may do that, but they might be just a little bit trickier. So pay attention to the rules of perspective very carefully and you should be okay. Okay, now that I have the top of my 6 buildings drawn, I'm going to draw the sides of them. And all these sides are going to go, like I said before, to this vanishing point. In order to do that, I'm going to take all of the sides that face the dot and draw a line using my ruler straight to them. So let's start with just this rectangle. I know that these 2 corners are definitely facing that dot, but so is this one back here. This corner goes through the building to get to the dot, so I know I don't need to draw that one. So I've carefully lined up the corner and my vanishing point so I have a nice straight line. Move to my next corner. And my last corner. Okay, should look very nice like that. Okay, I'm going to move on to my next rectangle. I know these 2 corners definitely face that dot. This corner in the back, it also will, but this one, I'm going to have to draw a line through it to get to the dot, so I don't need to draw a line on that one. All right, let's move to this rectangle here. It's behind this building, so it's going to be a little tricky. So first let's see which corners we know face this dot. Definitely this one. This one is a little iffy. I think it's going to go through the building. I'm going to double check with my ruler just to make sure. Yes, it does. This one's going to go through the building to get to the dot, so I don't need to draw that one. This one is the one we have to do something special with. We're not going to draw through the building that's already there, but I have lined up this corner and my vanishing point, and I am going to draw the line until I run into this building. That way it will look like it's behind the other building. Okay, so if you have buildings that are going to overlap, that's perfectly fine. They'll look very realistic. You just need to draw your line until it hits that next building. Now, if you decided to try buildings that are different shapes, same rules apply. You're going to go to each corner and draw a line from the corner to the vanishing point unless it goes through your shape. So on my triangle, these 2 will, that one I would have to draw through, so I'm not going to do that one. If you did a circle, we don't have any points obviously, so we're just going to go to the outside of the circle, the outside edge, line it up with the vanishing point, and draw my line that way. I'm going to do the same thing with the edge on the other side. Line it up, draw it to the vanishing point. So now it looks like my buildings are coming up at me. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is decide what's going to be on top of all of these buildings. Okay, maybe this building has a tennis court. I hope they have nets around the outside because it would hard to be able to play tennis and lose your ball over the side. Maybe this building's going to have a really big pool. A little ladder and a diving board. We're probably going to have some lawn chairs up there so they can lounge. Maybe an umbrella. Okay, decorate those however you want. Maybe this one has a garden, so there'll be little bushes. Maybe this one is a helicopter, so I need, or a hospital, so I need a helicopter landing. Let's see. I'm going to leave these two blank. Okay. So the next thing, if you want a structure on top of your building, say I need a little building to keep my tools in, the garden, you're going to use the same idea as you did to make the building. So I've drawn the top of my tool shed. I want to draw sides of my tool shed. So I'm going to line them up with the vanishing point, but these lines don't have to go all the way to the vanishing point. They're just going to be as long as I would want my building to be tall. So I've just drawn a little bit of a line, then connected them with a straight line, and now I have a tool shed. So you can do that as well.